everybody, and welcome back to your weekly energy forecast and oracle reading. And then for those of you who don't know me, my name is Debbie. I'm a psychic medium and Reiki practitioner and your general neighborhood garden variety weary lady. Okay, so as we do every week, we're going to take cards out for the different days and we'll see what energy we have and what inspiration we get from spirit. Okay, so let's get right into it. Today and tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, excuse me, we have the Five of Swords. Okay, so if you look at this card, those witches are standing around a cauldron and it looks like they're making a bit of a mess there. All those swords are in the air, all that smoke is twirling around, and on the bottom of the thing there is like a grimoire. It's like a book of knowledge and understanding, but please notice it's on the floor. They're not looking at it, they're just kind of going for it. So what I'm getting with this card here for today and tomorrow is to be careful, as that saying goes, too many cooks spoil the broth, and swords element is all about air. The swords element is air, and that governs thought, knowledge, understanding, communication. So with this, I'm getting be wary of saying things before you think. Process what you're saying first before we just blurt it out. And also be careful of just winging things without too much knowledge to back up what you're trying to do. So this tells me that today and tomorrow we need to think things through very carefully. We need to have a little bit more knowledge and a bit more education on the actions that we're trying to take. So let us refer to knowledge as in this book. Let's not disregard some real understanding and also good communication. I'm also hearing be your own authority. You can listen to what other people have to say, but ultimately you've got to do what's good and right for you. Otherwise it could potentially be a mess, like what's in this card. You don't want to regret anything. Okay, so there's that. Now let's get some insight from the wisdom of the oracle. What guidance is here for today and tomorrow? This one. Okay, here we have the fates. Now the fates is to do with what we cannot control. So there's certain things happening in our lives at the moment that we feel we have no dominion over. We can't control a lot of things that we're experiencing at the moment. And I'm hearing, give it to God. So give it over to your Creator, to the beings above that we talk to and communicate and have relationships with. Try to give things over before we say and do things we might regret, right? Also, when we surrender and when we give things over, we make space for inspiration to come in. Like this lady sitting there and looks like she's pulling these stars out of the sky. So this is like pulling in or making room for inspiration, for knowledge, for understanding to come in before we make any rash moves, right? I'm also hearing no hurrying, no rushing, no forcing, right? So surrendering the need to control, giving it over to the divine to carry for us. Because us humans, we're not supposed to carry things the way that we do. We're not supposed to stress the way that we do. We need to give certain things over, right? So there's that. Now let's get some insight from the unicorns. What do we have here for today and tomorrow? This one. It says support. And on the card it says ask for help, get more rest, nurture yourself. Okay, so as much as we shouldn't rely too much on what other people are saying, or maybe other people are trying to inflict their thoughts, their ideas, their opinions on how we should run our lives onto us. We need to do things according to our own authority. We need to make room and space for spirit to come in so that we can be supported with the things that we cannot control, right? Also, don't be afraid to ask for support and for the strength that you might need. They're saying there's a lot of advice. Again, they're bringing this up. Lots of advice, lots of ideas, lots of things going on around us, but we don't have to do everything that everything is saying. So take advice, yes, that feels right. If you are hearing advice or guidance from other people around you that brings you a sense of peace, then you can use that advice. But other than that, do be your own authority, but also just know that Spirit has your back, right? We're always being guided. We're always being helped. Sometimes we just need to step out of our own way to allow that support to come in from Spirit. Okay, there's that. Okay, what do we have for Wednesday and Thursday? Let's see, what energy are we going to be navigating on Wednesday and Thursday? We have the Seven of Pentacles. Now, if you look at that witch, she's looking at her garden, at all these pentacles that are growing on the tree. So this card is all about harvest. So seeing results for a lot of what work we've been putting in, or the seeds that we've been planting. They're saying, think back to the seeds you were planting 3 months ago, January. So think back to January. What were you plotting and planning then? What were you working so hard at then? What seeds were you planting in January? Because you're going to start to see some harvest for that now. I'm also hearing forward motion. We're going to start moving forward now quite nicely. We're going to start getting some yeses from the universe. So results, we're going to be seeing some nice results in the middle of the week, which is fabulous. But then, of course, when we get those results, we can't just sit back and relax. We've got to plant again. So now is a good time to harvest, but also to replant, right? So here with this, they're saying review the last while, review now and see, did you get a good harvest? If so, do what you did and you'll get another good harvest. If you feel like your harvest hasn't been that great, do something different when you replant, right? Because I'm hearing the words every 3 months. So what you plant now, you'll see good results for 3 months from now, which is June. They're saying this has got something to do with eclipses. Now, eclipses bring huge change, right? So we're going to be going into eclipse season in June and July, right? So pay attention to what you're planting now. Do you need to plant differently so that you can get a different result? Just think about that. There's lots to think about here in the middle of the week. Okay, there's that. Now let's get some wisdom from the wisdom of the Oracle for Wednesday and Thursday. Let's see. Go the distance. I think we had this card last week as well. But go the distance is about stamina. So as we're harvesting, we're seeing results for our efforts, and we're replanting for the next harvest. We're going to have stamina now to do this. And they're saying stamina is never a sprint, right? Stamina is about going slowly and remembering that life is a journey. It is not a destination that we need to get to. We need to, thank you. They're saying we need to slow down and focus on enjoying every step of the way, enjoying the journey, right? There's no need to rush anything. So I'm getting with this week a lot of patience and slowing down is needed. And then we go the distance better, okay? So there's that. Now let's see what guidance is here from the unicorns. Guidance is here for Wednesday and Thursday. It says dance, move your body to music, dance with the rhythm of life, manifest your dreams through dance. So this card for me tells me going with the flow, because dance, life leads the way. So when I say life leads the way, life has a natural flow that we cannot control, but we can navigate it. So letting life lead, even letting spirit lead, letting your intentions, your goals lead, and then we follow, right? And try to think of life as a dance. We take a couple of steps forward, we take a couple of steps back, but it's a dance. Just because we take a step back or we're experiencing a setback from the harvest, right, just gives us an opportunity to do something different, because life is a couple of steps forward, a couple of steps back. It's all part of the dance, right? We're not bad people. We're not doing things that are wrong. We're just going with the flow of life a little bit more. And again, I'm hearing Spirit say, work in tandem with us. So employ your guides, your spirit helpers, let them help you. You don't have to do everything yourself. It's a dance. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's see. What do we have for Friday and the weekend? Friday and the weekend, we have the High Priestess. Now, if you look at this card, that witch is sitting there and she's looking at her crystal ball. She's got a bag of runes. She's got her tarot cards there. And she's looking for inspiration and understanding. And what I'm hearing from Spirit is for Friday and the weekend, there's going to be some truths. We're going to be discovering some truths about certain things. Or if we've been looking for answers, we'll get them. But they're saying they are going to come a lot from within, right? So we get our answers from within through our own intuition, plus the guidance that we get from Spirit and our spirit helpers. So yes, and also with this, I'm hearing patience again. So this week is going to require patience because Spirit is saying there's a lot of big things happening this week, right? So patience with yourself, patience with others, listening to your intuition, accepting the truth when it is given to you, right? So there's that. Now let us talk about the wisdom for Friday and the weekend. What wisdom is here? Not for you. Okay. Now this is all this is a big one. This is a big one. Okay, here they're saying that again, with this information coming to light, this new understanding about certain things, you might change your mind. So as we're going to be doing some harvesting and replanting this week, we're going to be getting some clarity again on what's working for us and what's not working for us. And there's going to be information that's going to come to light that's going to really show us what isn't for us anymore. And then it's up to us to be brave to say no to a situation, a relationship, a thought process, a behavior pattern, or whatever it is that comes up for you that makes you see that something is not for you anymore. Believe it. Take it at face value. If something is not for you, you're going to feel it and you're going to know it. The key here is to be brave enough to act on it so that you can plant differently, so that you can set maybe some different intentions for yourself in going forward. Okay, so there's that. Now let's see what guidance is here from, excuse me, the unicorns for Friday and the weekend. This one is grabbing my attention. It says miracles. The message on the bottom, it says have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers are being answered. Surrender the how, right? So very interesting that Friday and the weekend we're going to be getting some intuitive nudges. We're going to be getting some good guidance here from Spirit. Truth is going to be coming out. We're going to be having some aha moments, some realizations on what is not working for us and what is working for us. But I'm hearing loudly, as we surrender what is not for us, puts us on the right path. And then we start to receive what we want in miraculous ways. So whether what we want is a new job, a new baby, a new relationship, a new home, whatever it is that you're wanting to experience next, the Spirit is saying you've got to get out of your own way here for this, right? Because miracles, like the card says, will appear in ways that you could have never thought of, right? So, and what I'm really noticing is how this unicorn is really moving forward here. It's almost like the unicorn is leaping. So yeah, we're going to have a little bit of highs and lows this week. They're saying a better week than last week because last week was a huge purge. We all purged a lot last week, right? Now this new week, we're going to be making some forward progress here in ways that we didn't think would be possible, okay? So, and I'm hearing turnaround. So this week, towards the end of the week, feels like a turning point. Like things are going to start to really start going in our direction. We're going to start experiencing more of what we want as a result of engaging our spiritual helpers more, allowing ourselves to be supported while still being our own authority, right? We're going to be going and doing things slowly but surely, no rushing. And then we're going to start, through doing these things very differently, we're going to start getting what we want. Okay? Spirit is saying loudly here that we can't do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. If you want a different result, we've got to do things differently. So what I love for us about this week is that we really are being shown how our old patterns of behavior, our old ways of thinking, our old ways of doing things is really not working for us anymore, right? So yes, we are going to see some really nice results with some things we've been working on this, our planting phase 3 months ago, January. We're going to start seeing some nice results, okay? But at the same time, sorry, the video went weird there. Anyway, so yeah, so at the same time, we're going to be also seeing where things have not been working. And we've got to be humble and open enough to see what is not working so that we can do things differently. And when we do things differently, we will see some really nice results. So it looks like another interesting week for us this week. With a huge turning point this week, really nice turning point towards the latter part of the week. So yay for that. Okay, so yeah, I hope that's helped you, and I hope it's given you some guidance and insight and inspiration for the week ahead. And as usual, I love reading your comments. And if you love, if you want, or if you feel, sorry, I can't talk today, it's Monday. If you feel others would benefit from this video, please feel free to share, to subscribe, to like, to comment. I love it. So sending you all so much love. Have an amazing week ahead, and I'll catch up with you again next Monday. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.